What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. And I know I haven't been uploading in so long, but as you guys know, I am pregnant and girl been going through a lot, like a fucking lot. This is a story time on how I found out I was pregnant. But before we jump into the video, just make sure you like, comment, subscribe because I am going to be posting more and, you know, making cute videos about my pregnancy and this journey that I'm taking. And follow me on Instagram if you're not following me already. You know, it's going to be somewhere over here. But let's just jump right into the video because I'm actually about to go to work and we can't make this too long. I hate that this light like it's a shadow, but I don't feel like fixing it, so I'm sorry, y'all. I'm 13 weeks, by the way, 13 weeks pregnant, almost out of the first trimester. This is my last week in the first trimester. But I found out I was pregnant basically like because I was always like feeling like I have to throw up, but not really throwing up, but like it was just like the feeling, like you know the feeling that you got, like you get in your mouth when you feel like you have to throw up. I would feel that, so I went to my doctor. They gave me some pills because they thought it was just like acid reflux, and it was like take these twice a day, whatever. So I was taking them, but I still felt like it just wasn't going away. And then one week I was having really bad chest pains and heart palpitations, and I couldn't even like get up to go to work, get dressed, nothing. Like I literally had to go to the emergency room, and they was just like, oh no, don't worry, it's just anxiety. And I'm like, all right. But they was like, just make sure you follow up with your primary doctor next week. So next week it came about, and I went to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and my doctor's appointment was at 10, so I went during my break. And at this point I'm already late in my period. Meanwhile, I'm never late, but in my head I'm like, I'm not pregnant. Like my baby father, who was my boyfriend at the time, he just always kept saying like, you're pregnant, your face is getting fat, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I am not pregnant. Like I didn't believe I was pregnant. So I'm at the doctor and we're talking about everything, and then I tell her towards the end of my appointment, I'm like, my period is late, should I be worried? And she's like, is your period ever late? And I'm like, nope. So she's like, all right, just take the test, because at this point I'm already late going back to work. So she's like, just take the test and we're gonna call you with the results. So I'm like, all right. I go back to work. The whole day I'm at work, y'all, I'm like, oh shit. Like, oh my God, just waiting for them to call me. 3 o'clock comes, I get off, still didn't call me. I'm like, what the fuck? I keep texting him. I'm like, yo, why they not calling me? 4 o'clock, I get home. I call them. They're like, we gotta call you back. I'm like, fuck. All right. So I'm gonna just go to sleep. So I went to sleep, and y'all, when I tell you I was sleeping, like I was sleeping with the phone right here, because I was like, I am not missing this call, like at all. So I'm sleeping and my phone rings, and it's my doctor. So she's like, do you have time to talk? So I'm like, shit. When she say that, it's like like it's serious. So I'm like, yeah, I do. So she's like, so the reason why you've been feeling like that is because you're pregnant. I'm like, I'm what? She's like, your test was positive. I'm like, what? She's like, you're pregnant, Tajani. Like, you're pregnant. I'm like, oh, shit. She was like, yep. And then it was just quiet for mad long. So she was like, is this a happy thing? Is this a sad thing? Is this a I don't know thing? And I was in so much shock. Like, I was just like, I don't even know what to think right now. Like, bro, like, I'm really pregnant. So I was just like, I don't know. I'm just so shocked. So she said, she was like, all right, just take time, think it over, give it a few days, call me back, let me know what you want to do so that we can move forward. So I'm like, all right, cool. I get off the phone with her, I call him. He's so excited, like yeah, James, let's go, that's my boy, my 2019 is fucking made. Like, he was just so happy, so excited. I text my sister and she's like, can I be happy because I'm happy? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And she's like, oh my God, I can't wait to spoil your baby, even though I just had one, and da-da-da-da. And at that point, I was like, I'm excited, but I'm still shocked, because I'm like, bro, I'm really about to be a mom. Like, this is crazy. So, like, I was just, like, so shocked. Like, basically just in shock. Like, happy, but shocked. And then the main thing that I was worried about was like telling my parents and telling my other sister, because I'm like, oh man, like I'm gonna have to tell them. And it was so crazy because it's like as soon as I knew, like I was having the symptoms before, but it was like as soon as like I really knew them pregnancy symptoms, it hit me like boom, like automatically. And me and my mom, we worked together. So I was at work just going through it. Like I was throwing up. Like it was one time when I had to work and I threw up like 6 times at work, and they were just like, bro, just go home, because like you can't even stay and do what you need to do, like just go home. Then I was getting headaches, like really bad headaches, and I felt bad because like my mom and her coworkers, like it's different like departments or whatever. So my mom and her coworkers, they was talking, like trying to figure out why I was having these bad headaches. Like, oh, maybe she got a sinus cold, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And I'm like, little do they know, like I'm fucking pregnant. But I'm just like, I don't know what it is, like I don't know. And then one day we was leaving work, and me and my mom, we was walking, and she's like, oh, okay, so what time you gotta come in tomorrow? And I was like, I don't know, because I don't even think I'm gonna be able to make it. Like I really think I'm exaggerating, but I really feel awful. So we walking right next to each other, and she like, you better not be pregnant. And I'm like, just keep walking, just keep walking, just keep walking. And she like, because if you are, I know one thing. And I'm just like, oh fuck. So I got home and I text my sister, and I told my sister what she said. I text my baby father. I told him what she said, and I text my cousin, because my cousin at the time, she know too, because she knew like how I wanted it and whatever, well, how we wanted a baby and stuff like that. So so when I actually did get pregnant, I like ended up telling her. But what was I about to say? Yeah, so they was just like, bro, just tell her, like just get it over with, don't wait any longer. Because the reason why I was really gonna wait is because me and him, we was gonna sit down and talk to my parents together and tell them together. But when she said that, I was just like, I gotta tell her, like I gotta tell her. So I waited till the next day, nobody was home, and I went in her room, sat on her bed. I'm just like, I gotta talk to you. So she looking at me, she don't even say nothing, like she just looking at me like. So I'm like, the reason why I've been feeling how I've been feeling is because I'm pregnant. Silence, like it was quiet for like a few minutes. I'm like, oh my god, this lady is about to kill me. Y'all better get y'all rest in peace tie shirts out right now, because oh my god. So she was like, I knew that's what it was. And we just looking at each other, and she like, so what you gonna do? And I'm just like, I'm gonna keep it. And she's like, all right, and how does James feel? And I was like, he's happy. And she was like, all right, well, you do know that this is like a huge responsibility, and a baby is a lot, and your life is gonna change, all of this stuff, like basically just letting me make sure that I knew like what I was getting myself into. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, y'all. Like I thought she was about to be like, I'm gonna whip your ass. No, we gonna get an abortion right now. Like, nah, even though my mother really wouldn't like tell me to get an abortion, but I just knew that it was gonna be like the worst thing ever. But it was actually better than I thought it was gonna be. And she was just basically like talking to me, and then she said, well, I'm not telling your dad, so you gotta tell him. I'm like, fuck, I thought I dodged a bullet. Now I gotta dodge more bullets, because she literally made me tell everybody, like my uncle, my nana, this person, that. Like I literally had to tell everybody. I'm like, are you serious, miss? Like, really, mom? But it's my business, it's my baby, it's my like my life or whatever. So I understood that. But so ooh. I'm cramping, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so cramped. I'm cramping so bad. But so I was gonna wait on telling my dad, because me and him, we were gonna tell my dad at the same time, because he was just like, all right, you already told your mother, but I'll have this conversation with you so you can tell your dad. I'm like, all right, cool. But then like shit happens. I ended up being single. We ended up breaking up or whatever. So I was just going through so much. Like I had my relationship failing in my mind. I had, oh my God, I'm pregnant. I don't feel good. Like, I was just going through it. And I was at work one day, and I felt like I had to throw up, but because of the fact that I was working and I couldn't actually go throw up at the minute, like, I was holding it to the point where I almost threw up. So I ran to the bathroom, and as I'm running to the bathroom, like, I felt like I was about to pass out. Like, I literally almost passed out running to the bathroom. I had to stop. I had to sit down on the floor, and I'm just like trying not to pass out. So I start freaking out, and I don't see nobody to help me. So I start having anxiety attacks. I'm like, oh my God, I don't see nobody helping me. Like, I'm in this section of the store by myself. Like, I'm about to pass out. Nobody gonna know. Whatever. So one boy, he walks by. I get his attention. He gets a manager for me. The manager calms me down. And then I have another anxiety attack because everybody was in my face. And then I had another anxiety attack because I'm like, fuck, like, why do I keep, like, it's just too much going on or whatever. So it was to the point where they was just like, go home, like, you need to get yourself together, blase, blase. So I was going home, and my mom, she was like, you better tell him today, like, you better tell him, because my dad, he was already wondering, like, what was going on with me, because, like, once, like, I literally, like, I didn't change, but you could tell there was a change in me, because I wasn't feeling good all the time. And then I was always laying down. I was always in my room. When I was with family or whatever, I was, like, quiet, like, because I was just, like, drained, and then I was going through so much. So it was just, like, yeah, I was just drained and going through it. So I told him, and he was quiet. He didn't have nothing to say, and I'm like, say something, like, yell at me, say you disappointed, like, tell me something. Like, he wasn't saying nothing, y'all, for mad long. Like, longer than my mother was quiet, he was quiet. And I'm like, can you say, give me something, like, give me something. And he basically was just like, so what's your plan, what you gonna do, blah blah blah. Asked me about my relationship status, what am I gonna do about that? Like, basically just trying to make basically the same conversation that I had with my mom, I had with my dad, but it was different because with my mom, me and him were together at the time, and then with my dad, me and him wasn't. So it was more like intense because my dad was telling me, like, it looks like you're about to be a single mom, and like, you need to make sure that you're prepared for this. Like, you need to make sure that no matter what, you're gonna be able to do what you need to do for your family, for your kid, because yeah, like, who's to say he's gonna step up? Who's to say that he's gonna be in your baby's life now that y'all not together? You know, like, just basically opening my eyes to a lot or whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, I know, like, I got this. Strong black woman. Now let me stop. But yeah, it wasn't that bad, and now everybody's just so happy. I'm still going through a lot, but that's another story for another story time. If I even do a story time on that, because that is just too much. But yeah, I'm just so glad, and I'm so happy. I'm so blessed. I can't wait to see my baby. I can't wait to find out what I'm having. I can't wait to, like, give my baby so much love and raise it, and just, like, I'm about to cry, y'all. I'm getting emotional, but I'm so happy. And even though, like, my situation is what it is, like, this baby was definitely made out of love, and it was definitely something that I wanted, that we wanted. So it's like, no matter what, I'm gonna be happy with my baby. Like, and even if it wasn't something that we wanted, no matter what, like, my baby is my everything. I'm just so excited. Like, I'm really about to be a mom, y'all. Like, I'm really about to be a MILF, you know. But not now, because I look crazy in this sweater, but I ain't feel like getting dressed for work. But yeah, so that's the story time on how I found out I was pregnant and how I told my parents and everybody. Like I said, I'm gonna be recording and doing all this stuff now that I'm feeling better, now that I'm feeling actually up to do it. And I'm just so excited. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe so that, you know, me and my baby, we could get these sponsorships going. Like, you know what I'm saying? 2019 could be our year. It could be our year, you know. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Bye.